no, I can
She's
be
hysterical.
highly inappropriate. So I always have to catch myself and just be like, I want to make sure.
I'm not so sure we're inappropriate as we're real and we're just telling the truth.
I
That's
know,
right.
right. So it says we're live on Facebook. You guys, let me make sure we're all in all the right groups. We're going to be live streaming onto the membership, but also, if I can, saving one pet at a time, Kelly's site. So give me a minute while I organize
I gotta figure out how to do this. I don't know how to do it.
Neither do I.
I actually went to school for this.
Did you?
Accidentally. It was a total accident. I didn't mean to go to school for this. I thought I was signing up for business training, and it turned out to be online marketing, and I couldn't really get my money back. So I just like, oh well, I guess I'm here. And it turned out great. I was like,
I need a young person to do it for me.
you don't have to have a young person
to hire some grade school kids to do it.
Oh my gosh, you guys are ridiculous.
I just talked to my 5-year-old great nephew, and he was showing me all this stuff. I'll just see if he'll do it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Kelly, where are you out of?
I'm in Florida by
Oh, okay.
Fort Myers.
Okay.
Are you in California?
Yeah, I'm down by Temecula.
Okay.
San Diego County. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we have some East Coasters. We have quite a bit of Floridans, I guess you call them.
Floridians.
Thank you for correcting me.
I think, are you going to go to the Feed Real thing next October
Me?
in San Diego?
Yeah, I will. I was bummed out that I missed it.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, they have it every year, Jessica. It's really amazing. They had
yes, I think next year is like October 9th to the 11th, but they'll be publishing it in a while.
Yeah.
I have a feeling MU Biome went, but
I don't think so, because a lot of us use real mushrooms. So so he doesn't market his canine product line, and
no, he doesn't.
Yeah, so it never gets out there.
I've used the stuff on myself and my family.
Yeah, it's all human grade.
Oh yeah.
Keep chatting, you guys. Okay. It's like I can go live. Okay. So I'm live in your group also now.
Okay.
And if you guys can hear us, say hello. Oh, hi, Alice. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching. Happy Monday. And we got some other people in online. If you're in the membership, feel free to jump on the Zoom and join us. We love having you guys here, and that's one of the perks of the membership is you get to rub elbows with your animal heroes. So that is a really great thing. My lighting's freaky. Oh my goodness. What am I gonna do? Let me back up. Let me see if I can get that face flare off of me.
I hate this time of day. It just hits you in the eyes as it goes down.
I know, it's getting worse. I moved my desk earlier today, but then the sun changed. Oh, I'm gonna have a hot forehead, you guys.
That's right.
Oh well. So today we have Kelly Bone, who talking about your hero. She's not just Duncan's hero. She is all of our heroes, and we are very grateful for you, Kelly. You fight. You are vicious. You are vicious, girl. I'm so impressed with you. I have gotten to work with you and just been jaw dropped because you fight not like a girl. Not at all. You don't back down. You are like ready to take on the world for our pets. And I am so grateful for you.
I'm crazier than a bed bug.
You must be, girl. I'm like, I'm out. I'm not going down this road. And you're like, no, I'm going for it. I'm like, it's all you, girl. You and Dr. Judy, I was like, man, you guys are tough. You have nothing to lose. I'm like, I have a lot to lose. I'm not gonna,
Right.
I'm not gonna be this tough. I live alone. So, so Kelly's gotten herself in some debates and some wrecks. She was a victim of Hill's vitamin D toxicity. Her dog died. Her seizure dog, her dog that was her seizure alert dog. Let me clarify that. So he was her therapy dog. They offered her $10 coupons for her next purchase of Hills. And she got the right legal team behind her and ended up being awarded $12.5 million for her loss, her tragic loss. And so it took on a life of its own, and she vowed that no other pets would suffer or die like Duncan. So Kelly, thank you for being here today.
Well, thank you for having me.
So do you want to add to that story at all? It's just so empowering and inspiring, but also tragic all at the same time.
Sure. I'll take a minute. So, when Duncan got sick, he got really sick over a 3-day period, and he was refusing to eat his food. But I told him, you know what, Duncan, you're just spoiled rotten. You're going to have to eat your food. So he kept doing it, and then got really sick and ended up dying. And then I I had a feeling it was the food. My gut told me it was the food. So I put a warning out on Facebook, and I sent it to every group. I joined a zillion groups and I put it in all the groups just to warn people. The next morning I woke up and I had 12,000 messages in my box with all pets that were sick.
Wow.
So then, a couple weeks go by and I'm trying to help the dogs, but I don't know because I killed my dog. I don't know, I don't know how to help you. But I had a couple of vets reach out to me and holistic vets and said, "Hey, Kelly, let me try to help you, blah, 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 blah." And then 2 weeks later, Hills issued a recall. And so I went and I looked at the recall and it was the food that Duncan was eating. So I noticed that everybody was saying that they wouldn't respond to anybody's phone calls. So I put a note on their page and I said, "Hey, my dog was a seizure dog and I paid $13,000 to train him. I'm going to call you or you better call me because I'm telling you, you're going to be in big trouble." So they called and we talked. And they basically listened to everything I said. And they basically said, "Yep, sorry. We had an employee that mistakenly put 3,000% too much vitamin D in the pet food."
3,000%.
Yeah.
And you
And
guys, if
so,
you don't know already, vitamin D has to be closely monitored in dogs. It is toxic
yeah,
in not very large amounts. So if you are feeding vitamin D to your dog, you should get it checked. If you're not feeding vitamin D to your dog, you should get it checked because almost all cancer dogs show a vitamin D deficiency. So it is something you have to pay attention to. Go ahead, Kelly.
right.
Sorry about that.
So then she offered me the $10 in coupons. Well, I don't know, out of an act of God, I get a text message at the same time from some lawyer who saw my post and said she wanted to represent me in a class action lawsuit. So the lady's going on, wanted to take my phone number and everything so they can send me the coupon. So I basically told them to F off and I hung up and we filed the lawsuit and then we won it in 2021, representing thousands of pet owners. Unfortunately, it happened during COVID. So we only, it settled out of court and we only got $12.5 million among many, many people. And the lawyers take 60% of it. But the point is that we won, which was good. And I think, we've made a huge impact. And then as a result of all that, and because I had so many dogs we were trying to help, finally one of the people said, "Kelly, you need to start your own Facebook group and then have the vets help you there," because I hadn't slept in 90 days. And they said, then they can help you then. I'm like, "Okay, we'll do that." So we did. So the group has gone from that to, as of today, we have 171,000 people as members of my group. So
That's
it's grown
insane.
tremendously.
And I watched it grow daily when I was part of that Purina debauchery, even though we never knew quite what was causing some compromises. We were seeing an epidemic of,
And we're 50,000 more than then. It's insane.
yeah, it is insane. And it's a shame. It's an absolute shame. And nobody was keeping them accountable but you and your admins and your moderators.
Right. So since that time, I've spent, as you know, Poppy, I've spent a lot of time studying pet nutrition, watching every video I can, taking classes, things like that, going to conferences and stuff. And so I've learned a lot. I am in no way a certified canine nutritionist or a vet or anything like that, but I've learned the hard way. And I'm very, very detailed and I'm very, very thorough, as you already know. And I'm tenacious. So I don't take no for an answer, and I'm not scared to ask questions and question everything. I've learned my lesson the hard way.
Wow. You have, and this whole time you have been prone to seizures. You're a medical seizure candidate and you didn't sleep for 90 days. Like,
Right.
my God, you could have killed yourself, Kelly. Your
Right.
poor husband. He's
Yeah.
probably like, God.
And I'm not sleeping a lot now because the group's so big too. So I got to do something about that. But
Well, you just did. You just created a very thorough website.
yeah.
And so thank you for that. I jumped on there to check it out and we'll show it to you today, you guys. It is Saving One Pet at a Time, but there's another organization that has a similar name. So it has Duncan's face on it. Duncan is a little white fluffy love bug. And so you guys will see
Yeah.
that image.
And my picture's on the first page too with Duncan. So if you recognize me, you'll know.
Yeah, exactly. So Kelly, with managing all these heartbreak cases now, being the advocate for animals across the world, not even the United States. Like I know you have members from like France and Saudi Arabia and Singapore in your group. Like there's no continent untouched in
Right.
your group. And it's insane because these commercial pet foods sell apparently everywhere. Like when we were
Right.
getting I was helping manage the notifications, and when they were coming in, they were people from France and Europe, all over Europe, Scotland, England, that were
Mhm.
reporting sick pets. So this is not a USA thing.
And they're still coming in. I would say in the last 3 days, we've probably gotten 14, 15 more pets from Purina. It's not over yet.
I wish we knew what it was.
Is it the pet chow? Is it the dry kibble? What is it that's causing it?
It's mostly Purina 1, but no, has that
No.
changed now?
It's all different Purina. It's also Purina Fortiflora, the probiotic, but then it's also other dog foods. There's like maybe 15 other dog foods that we had substantial numbers of pets that were sick from that. And we did do testing on it. Dr. Judy, God bless her, and several other people pitched in money and they had the pet food tested. And they tested for about 80 contaminants, but they were unable to find what it was. We thought we had a pretty good idea, but we were unable to find out what it was. And the FDA then, like 5 months later, also did some testing, and they only tested 6 contaminants out of 2,000. We did 80, and then they just sent us a note saying nothing to see here. So, they just wiped their hands of it and said, see, you guys are making a mountain out of a molehill. Well, no, there's another 1,100 things that you could test that nobody tested for. So just because you didn't do your due diligence, we shouldn't have to be the ones paying for the testing. The government should be doing it, or the FDA.
Well, and Kelly, one thing that really crossed my mind that made me wonder is the new emergence of pet meat, like synthetic meat, fake meat. And so I wondered if these mega companies were experimenting with this like processed meat and then dumping it in the pet food industry because it wasn't good enough for human consumption.
They
So,
could. I'll be honest with you. We have seen pictures that people who work for some of these companies have sent us of things outside their factory that show death and disease, dying animals and stuff like that. So I can just imagine the quality of the meat that they're using. And we all know that it's feed grade. So it's not top quality or anything like that. So,
and if you guys haven't seen Susan Thixton and her page too, she is also a wealth. She was on year 1 with us and she talked about how pet food is actually feed. It's not on the
Mhm.
whole human grade at all. It's just in the feed category, which is shocking.
Right.
So there's lots of pet foods that are listed within that group and on your page. because I'm nervous about saying it all out loud on this live stream. I don't know. Can we or can't we?
Yeah.
I-
Well, if anybody wants to, they can go on my website and go to the pet food toxicity page. And that page will have the list of all the foods that were causing problems and continue to cause problems. Now, that's not to say that there aren't other ones that potentially could cause problems, because there's a lot of pet foods out there that are not good. You know, if you're not feeding a human grade food, you're probably taking a risk with your pet's life. But we also have people say, you know what, Kelly, I can't afford to feed anything else right now. So, on my site, we try to show you how to freshen up your bowl, how to do things a little bit healthier, and try to make things a little bit easier for people who are financially strapped. And I can understand that in this day and age.
Right. And it's scary. It's scary
Mhm.
because the big pet industries are about profit and not your pets.
Right.
And so, and there's a deficit in meat supply because they're feeding billions of pets just in the US. So I know that they were running out of sourcing in US and outsourcing to third world countries for meat. And like you said, dead, diseased, slaughter animals. Susan Dixon said they could be sitting in the pasture for 1 or 2 months and be drug into pet food. And none of you have the able to see what's in that. So how do you report pet food, Kelly? If you think your pet food's tainted, what is the process?
Okay. So if you go on my pet food toxicity page, I have it all documented. But basically, what it is that, first of all, you never throw away your packaging. If you are ever feeding your pet and you're putting it in a storage container or what have you, always save the packaging, because if you ever need it for a lawsuit or necropsy, they're going to need the original packaging. So you would report it to the FDA. Then you would also report it to the State Department of Agriculture. It has to be to both of them.
Okay.
And then, now I don't know, given what's going on with the government right now, how many people are still working, but let's just say it's a full staff. Then they would send someone out to your home to interview you, see what type of environment the dog lives in and things like that. They'll get your vet's medical records. If you have the foresight to know that it potentially could be the pet food, then you would also, if you can afford it, try to do a necropsy, because the only way you're going to win a lawsuit or actually 100% prove it is a necropsy. You can do some through blood work and things like that, and then we'll show markers to say that something's out of control. Like with Duncan, it showed his vitamin D. When I went back to the vet and said, "Hey, is it the vitamin D?" And she said, "Oh my gosh, yeah, it's way too high." So there are some things you can do. So you want to make sure you get the necropsy done.
Would you,
Save the-
Kelly, would you report it to the pet food company, or do they not care? Like, I know a
Yes.
lot of people in your group were trying to report it, and it was like you said that nobody was answering their phones and nobody.
Right. Well, at first, Purina was answering the phone, but what they were telling people is, we would like you to send the food back to us and we're going to give you a $15 check. So they basically wanted the evidence, and they wanted the vet records, and then they wanted the people to sign a non-disclosure agreement for that so that they wouldn't say anything. And so my advice was, no, you don't sign a non-disclosure agreement. If you really think it's pet food toxicity. So let's go through what pet food toxicity is. How would you might know that it could be pet food toxicity? It would be if you just opened a new bag or can of food and the dog or cat started getting sick, especially if there's multiples, that's almost like a no-brainer. No,
Right.
multiple pets. If they haven't had any recent flea or tick medications in the last 3 weeks or so, if they don't have any pre-existing medical conditions, and if they haven't had any vaccinations, then it's pretty likely it's the pet food. Now, of course, the major food companies are going to say, "Oh no, not me. It's not me." But if you rule those things out, it's a pretty good chance that it would be the pet food.
Well, and it was interesting to see everybody's surveys come in, Kelly, because they'd be like, 3 of my dogs got sick. I owned 6, two or 3 didn't. And it seemed to affect maybe the very old and the very young, but it made it very confusing to the owners that had multiple situations where they're like,
Right.
well, how come these are sick and these aren't? But it
Yeah, a lot of times it's going to be the older people, older dogs, or the immune compromised.
Now, Kelly, did any humans have any humans gotten sick off the dog food too?
Yes, I believe we had, if I remember correctly, I think it was 12 of them.
And that's just from scooping it and putting it
And
in the
touching
bowl.
it, right. So
Yeah.
that helped us try to narrow down what we thought it might be, but you never know. Maybe the person was exposed to other things as well. So it's harder to pinpoint for a human. And and back then, as you know, Poppy, we were dealing with thousands and thousands of people every day. And we were going fast and furious. So it was hard for us to really get down the dirt with all of them to try to figure out for the humans. But we did talk to them, and it did seem like it was very likely. And we did have several State Department of Agriculture people that went out to people's homes, and even a few of them said, "Yeah, we think it's the pet food, but we haven't had a chance to be able to prove what it is."
Wow. What were the symptoms in the humans?
The symptoms would be diarrhea, vomiting, weight loss, severe stomach cramping. Very similar symptoms of what a pet would have, but the pet might also have seizures. Um, Duncan was like frothing at the mouth. He had green stuff coming out of his
Oh,
eyes. He lost half of his body weight within 16 hours. It was bad.
now what about the new cases we're seeing in your group?
The new cases are pretty much Purina and a couple other kibbles that we're seeing, and they're all the same symptoms. We just had one with 3 pets, and they all got sick, and they didn't have any of the vaccinations, no medical conditions or anything like that. And she had just opened um, a bag of food like 36 hours ago.
Wow. And so do they go back to the pet food store where they bought it? I noticed that a lot of people had purchased online.
Yes, they can, but it's better for you to retain the food because the FDA and the State Department of Agriculture are going to want some. And so we recommend that not only do you retain it for yourself, but you would also put some in the freezer in like a um, plastic container, have it labeled with a lot number, serial, lot number, expiration date, name of the food, keep the packaging somewhere separately, and
Okay,
then
I
you would
was going to
freeze it.
ask that. Wouldn't you
Yeah,
freeze the packaging with it? But no.
right.
So how much volume do you need in the freezer?
I would say like, maybe like a container like this size. Because there's going to have to be a couple samples that are going to have to be taken. And then, of course, the person's going to want to keep some too, because if they decide to file a lawsuit, they're going to need some as well.
Good
Because you
to
can't
know.
go out, the lawyers are never going to accept, or the courts are never going to accept it. Well, I just went and bought another bag that was similar. It has to be that exact bag.
Yeah, so they can trace the lot numbers.
Right.
And it got very scary because there was almost every single branded kibble like coming in those surveys. And then even a couple raw food companies were having salmonella issues at that time. So people were all trying to transition to raw, and then they were coming out with salmonella warnings, and they're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I know Charlene Fletcher in this group, she ended up grabbing Judy Morgan's Puplo's recipe, and she makes Puplo every single week for her dogs, and they're thriving.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's been amazing to watch. Boy, it's a complicated recipe though.
Yeah. The only thing I would say for pet parents too is you have to be your pet's advocate. Nobody's going to do it for you. So you need to take some education on pet nutrition. If you go out to my website and you go to the pet ingredient page, I have a list of like 6 classes that you can sign up for and take. You need to understand it, and you need to realize that the pet food manufacturers are not required by law to tell you when they change their ingredients or when they change their packaging. And so they might change their ingredients, and it could be something your pet's allergic to. And all of a sudden it causes a problem. So unless you're doing your due diligence, nobody else is going to do it for you.
Kelly, that's such good advice because I have a couple of people feeding like Farmer's Dog or Sundays or something like that. They got bombarded with the ads. They believed that it was really healthy pet food. And I was like, well, let's go over the ingredients together. And I'm like, well, it says brown rice and barley or some other things that were in there. And they're like, no, this doesn't have any carbs. I'm like, read your label. And so they hide it. And on the website, it had a whole different label than on the bag.
Yeah.
It wasn't even the same label. I was just
Yeah. It's
shocking.
terrible.
It is
We had
terrible.
we had somebody today ask us about a pet food that is is very popular and being marketed by a celebrity. And they said, "What do you think of this?" And I said, "Well, my first thought is the fact that celebrities stooping for it and recommending it shows me that they probably don't know about much about pet food, because when you look at the ingredients, they're terrible. But you need to look at what's the end game for that celebrity, and the end game is they're making a lot of money. So they probably don't care about your pet; they care about their wallet."
It's too bad. A lot of celebrities are getting into it. Um, I know Badlands Ranch, it looks amazing. I haven't had it feed good, but the ingredients are awesome. And so you're just like, I really want this to work, but it hasn't so far. And
Right.
I don't know why. It's just frustrating.
And
So
is it better? Is it better than kibble? Yes, but is it better than Raised Right or All Provide or some of the better foods? No.
no, I love that. So weighing your odds from raw, fresh, freeze dried, dehydrated to I think that is air dried,
Air dried and then kibble.
and then your wet food and then your kibble
Right.
in that spectrum. Janice, did you want to ask something?
Well, I was going to say there were a couple of celebrities that went out and really researched what they wanted in their dog foods, but then they sold their companies out. And
Right.
that's
True.
when the ingredients changed. And so you need to be very aware of that, that if they change ownership, then I'm not sure I would even continue with them, you know?
Right. And
That
by the
is-
way, I write every one of them.
Awesome.
you
Give 'em an
do?
earful. Oh yeah.
So
Good for you.
how do you do that? Like, can we all write letters to them, or should
Yeah, I
should
find
we
out
be
their
writing letters to Purina?
I find out their contact information for the celebrity. I find out their contact information, and then I write them, and then I put the pet food ingredient list, and then I tear it apart. And I said, "I'm not sure if you're aware, but this isn't safe. This isn't safe. This isn't safe. This is why. Blah 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 blah. I don't know how you can live with yourself because you've got enough money, and I don't know how you sleep at night."
I love that, Kelly. Want to like stalk them. You're like super stalker. We're gonna see your face on true crime one day. I hope.
Here's
my
Kelly the
gosh.
crazy lady.
Oh, the dog food crazy lady. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's hilarious. So not just pets in regards to pet food, but you're also doing some advocacy on ill practices.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about that?
Sure. There is a concern among some of us, some holistic vets and some other pet advocates, as well as myself, that there's some people out there that are passing themselves off as being not vets, but that they're very medically knowledgeable and that they're giving advice, or they're canine nutritionists, and they're charging pretty high rates for their advice. And um, they really don't have the qualifications to do so. So, for example, last year I was working with some of them and they were part of my group and they were helping me. And I noticed they were giving out medical advice. And I said, you really shouldn't be doing that because you don't have the skill set to do so. And then I found out that they were contacting the members behind my back and doing it that way, and then trying to get them to hire them, which some of them did. And so then I said, you know what, I'd like to see your certifications and I'd like to know how many hours of training you had. So when I got it, they had anywhere between 4 hours and 30 hours of training.
Wow.
And they were charging anywhere from $300 to $900 for their consultation service. And I said, this is freaking nuts. You got to be kidding me. I said, some of my vets only charge $300 for a vet visit. I'd rather pay a professional than pay that.
Right.
And so, and there's one right now that's going on, as you know, that is a big concern. And so several people have put out there that there's bad actors in the industry, and that's what we're talking about. So my recommendation to all of you would be learn from me. I didn't have enough common sense to do my due diligence before Hills. I just trusted my vet. He said it was the best pet food out there, so I did it, and it killed Duncan. And I didn't have enough common sense to realize that when he was sick, that he was trying to tell me he was sick, but no, I was stubborn and said, no, you're going to eat it. So You need to learn to be your pet's advocate, and you need to research the pet food. If you're going to hire somebody, you need to check their references. You need to ask for their certifications, look at how many hours of training they had. You need to look at how much they're spending. You need to check with the Better Business Bureau. You need to check their reviews. The ones that we're dealing with right now, if people would have done that, they would have seen that this person has a lot of negative reviews and has some concerns in the history, and they wouldn't have hired that person because there's records on the Better Business Bureau about the person. But
Wow.
people are trusting, and this person's been out on videos doing videos, and she's been with all these vets and stuff like that, promoting stuff, and she talks a good game. But
Yeah, it's the wild, wild west in the holistic pet space. And actually, I fell into prey on this too. You guys just off my dog in the kennel that I trusted. So this could be whether it's holistic or non-holistic. I've learned the hard way that kennel was not licensed. I never signed anything. They didn't know any first aid, and my dog is dead. And so the necropsy results from UC Davis said we cannot rule out heat stroke. It was a preventable death that my dog died. And now I realize, now I went down the research road. Now there's a potential for a lawsuit because my dog's dead. And there's a couple parties involved in that. So whether you're hiring a groomer, a boarding facility, your veterinarian, and I tell everybody who is hiring a specific situation for a vet to ask if they've ever cured that situation. Like I have a Q&A for veterinarians for you to ask prior to surgical procedures. What's your success rate? What's the recovery? There's all sorts of questions that they do not tell you unless you ask it. And so
Right.
this canine nutritionist, this pet health coach industry is brand new, and there is very little governing body within it, as well as the iridology. We've actually ran into this. Cheyenne Thomason, one of our expert equine iridologists, trained a girl who went out and said you can diagnose with iridology, and the state of Texas came after her. And so we're trying to educate our iridologists and the people around us that are professionals to watch themselves, watch their wording, do not take advantage of people. Always point people to the vet or some sort of pet professional.
Right.
And make sure they get that done.
Yeah. I think the other thing, Poppy, too, is like in my group, as you know, we have a lot of people. And so, people don't necessarily want to go to a vet. They want a quick fix. Kelly, just tell me what to do. Just tell me what I got to do. Okay. Well, so when I do it, I always say, this is what I would do. That doesn't mean that's what you need to do, but based on what you've told me, this is what I would do. And I also always say, you should also possibly go to a vet. But of course, a lot of people either don't want to spend the money or they just want a quick fix. My advice would be if you take advice from someone like me or anybody, then you need to go and research it. Now, of course, I provide a lot of detail, like a lot of here's articles that support what I'm saying and things like that. But do not trust anybody on just what they say, even though they seem like they're really nice and stuff like that. You need to research and be really careful where you spend your money. One things we tell people in my group, there's very, very few groups out there on Facebook that we would recommend. We go and we see the advice out there, like, holy cow, are you kidding me? Or the recipes that some of these people give out.
Right.
Heck no.
I have seen multiple people cook for their dog off an internet recipe, and I'm like, where's your calcium? They're like, what do you mean?
Right.
I'm
Where's
like,
your organ? Where's this?
yeah, this is not nutritionally complete. It's great for you if you're going to have dinner. It's not good for your pet long term. This is never going to work out. And their jaw drop over
Right.
that. They're absolutely shocked. I'm like, just wait till their teeth start moving around in their mouth. And I've had clients do a professional setup diet, but then started like, oh, I forgot that supplement. I didn't reorder. It wasn't a big deal. I'm like, well, now their teeth are loose. Now their bones are just being
Right.
absolutely destroyed.
Right.
And so it's terrifying.
Yeah. So Poppy, if anybody's interested and they go on my website, I do have a link for recipes, and we've got really great recipes from Dr. Judy, Karen Becker, all those guys. So, go ahead and they can go there as well.
I'm gonna pull up, whoops, I had it up, you guys. So I was like so proud of me.
I tried to do the research for them. So I kind of view my site as a data aggregator site. So I tried to pull the best of the best from the best advocates and vets that are out there and put it out there. And then I just say, for this situation, this is what I would do. But you know what? If it's your dog's really sick, you might want to go to the vet.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
also where it says recommended vets, we have 13 holistic vets on my site who are willing to do online consults for a fee.
That's amazing.
Look at those great vets.
I know they're such beautiful people, and they're good
Yeah.
people. A lot of them have been on our platform.
Yeah.
as
They think I'm
experts.
crazy as a bad bug too. It's a common theme here.
Well, you're relentless. You're an absolute relentless fighter.
I'm a
So
good crazy.
you are a good crazy. As long as you're on my side, I'm happy. If you were against me, I'd be flat out terrified, Kelly. I would fear for my life, I think. And then you have like a page on detoxes. You guys, this is such a complete website. It's so
When you have a
great.
chance, Poppy, look at my first aid page. I am so proud of my first aid page. It's ridiculous.
Well, and that was one of the big things that I just was so bummed out about regarding this kennel situation in my dog. She had absolutely no knowledge of first aid. And so
Yeah.
from here on out, my interview questions for pet sitters and kennels is, do you know first aid? What would you
Right.
do in this case?
Mm-hmm.
So you can make your first aid kit. You can recognize emergencies. Did you put homeopathy in there?
If you go down further, yes, there is some.
Good girl.
And we're going to have a whole homeopathy page, but I haven't gotten to it yet. I've been a little busy.
Well, that's fine. We can all contribute to that, I'm sure.
This site's only been open for almost 3 weeks now, and we've had over 1 million hits.
Look at you. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, I've been that's actually why I saw this amazing resource and I was like, Kelly, you need to come on and talk about this because you needed to take some pressure off yourself and your admins. Gosh, I think you have like 20 moderators or something like that in your group. It's insane.
Yeah, it is. And not many of them are really active. So it's really much 3 of us that are really active. The other ones help us a lot behind the scenes. I've got one doing social media for me. So that's helping me a lot, taking the pressure off of me. So that's good. So yeah, I appreciate any help I can get.
Yeah, you're doing a good job. Is there anything else you want to address? So I guess to drive a point home, because of a few bad actors in the holistic canine nutrition pet space, there's actually a push with holistic veterinarians and Kelly to maybe create an association, a governing body to keep it legit and have an overall covering to protect the pet parents, but also to protect the canine nutritionists. Is that right, Kelly?
Yeah, I think ideally what we'd like is for the AHBMA to take that on, and kind of govern it and come out with what are the standards, what's the process to accreditate people and things like that. I'm not sure if they will, but we've been toying with some ideas and things like that and trying to figure out what we can and can't do. But really putting a warning out to the pet parents is the best thing and saying, you know what, you only have so many dollars, spend them wisely, document everything that happens. Because in some cases, some of these people don't get the services that they were provided and then they get their money taken. You don't want that to happen. So my advice is, if they're charging you $300 to $500, don't do it. Just go to a vet. My holistic vets on my page, they charge $300 to $500 generally. So just go to one of them. You're going to get way better service and way better quality of information than you're going to get from a person who with 4 to 30 hours of training.
Well, and I think you could apply those same questions to your canine nutritionist, like how successful are you at curing EAT or itchy dogs or all the things that you see these canine nutritionists have to deal with is chronic diarrhea, things like that. So if your success rate is great, but unfortunately people can lie about it. It's
Right.
very easy in this industry to falsify your existence. Now with cyber aspects, you know, AI is freaky because it can be so fake and so real looking. So
Right.
that,
And give me references.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
Kelly,
legit references, not made on Canva reference.
No,
Because that's easy to
one-
do.
ones that I can call and talk to. You know,
Exactly.
and believe me, if I'm doing the research for you guys and trying to look at their background, I'm going to find a lot of dirt on them.
Well, and you
I-
have. You really, gosh, Kelly,
So-
search me.
can I ask a question real quick?
Yes,
Hey,
please.
Kelly, can I add you on my website as a link for people to go to your website?
Sure.
Yeah, because I don't have anything for dogs on there. I do equine nutrition and homeopathy.
Oh,
But
sure. We'd be happy to.
people-
How many
yeah.
people do you have on your site?
Well,
I have 6,000 on my Facebook page. I have 4,000 on my newsletter list.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
I
just
don't
go
know.
ahead and do that.
I have a
Yeah.
lot of people that come all the time, but I don't do dogs.
But
Okay.
you do offer dog products.
I
So
do. I
yeah,
do.
you
Sure.
do have canine customers.
Yeah.
So
I do have, well, here's the deal. Okay, I'm going to be launching a line of organic dog treats, and we've really researched them because they're treats, they're not the whole food thing. But
Right.
I mean, it's like not every dog owner has a horse, but almost every horse owner I know has dogs.
it's
Yeah, that's
true.
true.
And
That
that's
is
how
true.
that
You
is
know?
how I get the majority of my dog business.
Yeah.
My dog business and my horse business are like 50-50 now, Jessica, because
Yeah.
every horse person has a dog. And once they work on their horses, they're like, do you do dogs? I'm like, yeah, I do.
Yeah, I gotta send some to you too, Poppy. I didn't realize, but yeah, there's a lot of people asking. But the problem is, I have this thing. People have the white coat syndrome. They want to believe the vet or their doctor. I question everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, people don't, and they'll race down to the emergency vet here in Temecula. You give them your credit card; it's a minimum of $3,000.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's crazy. Yeah.
I mean, my little Maltese just died in my arms a couple weeks ago, but she had an
Wow.
embolism. And even if I would have gone to the emergency vet, it would have been the same outcome.
Yeah. The only thing I'll tell you, Jessica, and Poppy's aware of this, that if
Yeah.
you come to my group or your people come to my group, if a pet is sick and somebody asks about it, then we put up this graphic that says moderators only can comment. Because with 170,000 people,
Yeah.
you're going to get a zillion people commenting that have great intentions but give out really bad advice.
Same in the
And so-
horse industry.
Yeah.
It's
So
terrifying.
Yeah.
So
it's
people get
terrifying.
mad at me. They're like, who do you think you are? We should all be able to. Well, you know what? You don't have to be in my group then. Please leave, because I'm trying to focus on this person, not you getting your 2 cents in that might not necessarily be accurate.
We don't
So
want
as
your
long as they're okay
opinion.
with that.
We don't want your opinion. We need facts and we need help.
Right.
Well, and Jessica, you brought up a really valid fact about the white coat syndrome and can I say it, the VC type of vets,
Yes.
the big corporate
The
vets.
corporate vets.
They really humiliate the raw feeders.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so I've had plenty of clients that were transitioning to a fresher diet get absolutely reamed by these veterinarians.
Oh, yeah.
And so they are on staff for Mars. They are required, I believe, to sell their pet food. I believe it's a clause in their contracts.
Yeah, they have to.
represent that.
Yeah.
And so then they end up just shredding the pet owner to tears and ruining them. And then that whole DCM scare turned out to be fake,
Right.
and people still believe it.
They still
Yeah.
believe it.
And my
Yep,
other
and-
gripe is about dental for dogs.
Yeah.
My little 5-pound dog to get a cleaning was going to be $750.
Yeah.
Those,
It's
I'm
that's
going-
LA,
my-
girl. You're in
My
SoCal.
mini, I had just had my mini's teeth floated and her mouth was a mess. 250. So I posted on our homeowners Facebook page. I got attacked. I said, how can this be that, well, they have to do this. Well, I'm going to go to Cahoots and they have a technician that comes in and sonic cleans for 200. I don't want
Right.
them going under anesthesia.
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes you have to, because
Yeah, I know.
dental, you can't see under the root line. I'm a big
Wow.
advocate of dental x-rays because you just can't see those cosmetic dentistries. You can't see under there, and heart disease. So I had a client who postponed her dental. Her dog ended up having severe heart disease.
Oh no.
We found a vet in LA that would do the dental under cautious sedation, and the heart disease went down after that. It looked like a brand new dog. He went from an old dog to a young dog. I was just like, you guys don't slack on dentals.
I don't, but I just can't do 750 for 3 dogs. You know, it's like,
Jessica,
So-
I have a girlfriend that does holistic dental care at Joshua Tree
oh, really?
for dogs and cats. Yeah.
Hey, Poppy, can I dovetail off of what you guys just said too? So on my
Yeah.
site, I have a page called Choosing a Vet. And I talk about the criteria you should use for choosing a vet. So
Right.
it would be like, you know, first of all, go in their office and look at what kind of things do they have on their walls? What are they advertising? If they're advertising, you know, Frontline and
Simparica.
Hill Science
Hills, yeah.
Diet, those types of things, run for the hills. And then talk to them before you hire them and say, you know, is this going to be a collaborative relationship where I can, you know, hear your advice, but I can still go off and do what I want. I'm not going to be harassed. Most importantly, will you let me stay with my vet when they're having procedures, and can I go back with them? Because I hear all the time in my group that the person takes their pet, takes them back, does procedures that they didn't even approve, and then all of a sudden they get a huge vet bill. Oh, heck no. That is not going to happen.
That was a COVID issue. Is I would tell all my clients, make sure you tell them no vaccinations. And they would say it and say it and say it, and they'd come and get the dog and return the dog and present the bill for vaccinations. They were like, I told you no vaccination.
Yeah.
And you know, and people will say, when I say that to them, I'm like, well, I didn't feel comfortable saying no, so I just went in and did it. But then this is what happened. I'm like, well, you can't do that. You just have to say, I'm sorry, I'll find another vet. I'll keep looking until I find somebody else. The other thing is, you know, like there's some vets that I know who are on my page who, you know, they don't necessarily believe that you have to have annual blood work. You know, should you? Yeah, possibly. But if your vet's healthy, you might not need to. So, you know, take precautions. You know, don't do every vaccination, do titer testing after the first set of
Right.
vaccinations. So don't let these people fool you. So you always want to do your research before you go to the vet and say, here's the symptoms my dog's having. What potentially could it be? Go on Kelly's website or Dr. Judy's website or Karen Becker's website, research those things. Be prepared so that when they come out and say, okay, we're going to put them on gabapentin and Librela, and by the way, we're going to give you Hills and Purina and Fortiflora, you could say, oh, hell no, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah. Luckily,
You're all
one of my
hills
best-
no.
no. Luckily, one of my best friends is a holistic vet. And so he and I collaborate, but he sees my animals every 2 weeks anyway, because I host him to do acupuncture, chiropractic, and he does, you know, exams. So he examines their teeth and he lets me know too when I need to go. But he has to charge a lot because
So
he's
Kelly,
on springs.
Kelly,
Yeah.
are you familiar with no-sodes? Do you know
Yes.
what those are? Jessica sells them for dogs, cats, and horses.
do.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So she's a great resource. I get my distemper, rabies, parvo, no-sodes from her.
Hey, Jessica, you can get my email address from Poppy, but if you can send me information on it, because
Sure.
I need more no-sodes I could put on my website.
Sure. I have a lot of them that I don't even have on my website because I haven't had time because I'm it for social media, platform building, all that stuff. Yeah, you know how it is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I
All
also
right.
do have the rabies no-so, but I don't advertise it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine, well, a longtime client, I just had a conversation with her. She's in Pennsylvania, and she found a holistic vet that did 1/10 of the amount of rabies, you know, for her puppies, and said, you have to agree to let me test them in a month to make sure that the antibodies are there. So the rest of the vaccine was saline. They were perfect. 1/10 of what the normal would be.
I love
Oh,
that.
good.
That's so smart. And it makes
Yeah.
sense. It absolutely makes sense. And they got their certification and they're safe for the community. So
Yeah.
it's not like guesswork where you're being rogue about it.
No. The other thing is too, a lot of times I've told people, like I just told her today, you know, because they have rabies and where they are, we take the rabies no-sode and put it in the drinking water for these animals, like the raccoons and the skunks, away from the horses, but out in a little bowl and treat them. We also treat the birds in their bird baths for West Nile. So we're doing like prevention along the way with the no-sodes.
You got
Yeah.
a little bit of echo, but yes, and I do that too for my wildlife. I live on 5 acres near Lake Tahoe, Kelly. And so I have a communal pet wilderness water, and I'll put little rabies no-sodes in there so they get their prevention.
Protection. Yeah.
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 Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
super
it's funny
fun.
because I get people all the time that come on my page and say, Kelly, 6 months ago you told me to do this, and my like one lady wrote me last week and she said, you know what, my vet told me 5 months ago to put my dog down. She goes, but I came on your page, you told me recommended that I do this. I went and researched it, I did it, and she goes, I just took him into the vet and he said, oh my god, I don't know you did it, but it's a miraculous turnaround. I'm like, see, there you
Yay.
go. So
Yay.
those are the things that make it worth it. And that's why I keep fighting and doing what I'm doing. And, I would hope that Duncan's looking down, smiling. I know he's saying, Mom, you're crazy. You're in a bed bug. You need to get some sleep.
I've got to sign off, you guys. I got to go feed horses before it's totally black.
Jessica,
All right,
thanks
take care.
for your
Yeah.
input, your valuable input. And I'm glad you guys made that connection.
Let's talk soon, Poppy, too.
Yeah, let's do
You and
that.
I. Okay.
Kelly,
It was nice meeting you.
You too.
you are literally saving one pet at a time. Hopefully
The
you
hard
can
way.
get in the hard way. So I
And
understand
offending
that.
everybody as I go. Offending every company as I go.
Do you have time for any questions? Did you guys, anybody on Facebook or on Zoom, want to ask direct questions? Kelly, are you good with that?
Yep.
Charlene, did you want to ask something or make a comment? I saw your little. You're not unmuting, my friend. Where are you, Charlene?
I'm here.
Did you want to ask Kelly something or make a comment?
Sure. That's good. I can come up with something.
Well, you actually improved your dog's life off Kelly's site.
I did. That's how I learned about Judy Morgan, and then started making the pup loaf and changing her food and all that. Come here. You want to say hi? Say hi.
Well, good.
Say
That's
hi.
awesome.
Say thanks for helping me.
Hi there. How are you?
I'll add the spotlight.
Sweetheart.
Say hi.
Oh, my
She's happy girl.
Looks a lot
Happy,
like
happy.
Duncan.
So Kelly,
One thing I would love for you to have on your site, I know you guys have so much work to do and stuff, but I see a lot of people talking about it on the Facebook page and stuff, is have a resource list of homeopathic vets in each state that are available, that is updated. Because I know you guys did one at one point, but that was like years ago, and there's not every state is included, or every area. So like I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, and like I would love to be able to take her to somebody and not just do virtual appointments.
Mm-hmm.
so
So have you-
avma.org, you can go on that and look up the holistic veterinarians in your area, but they aren't Kelly approved.
Right. That's why I'm saying it would be great to have Kelly approved, because even on that website, there isn't anything for Nashville.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'll be honest with you, I don't have the cycles and I don't have the resources to do it. I mean, we get 1,700 to 2,000 posts a week. That's posts without the comments.
Yeah.
And like I'm up, I only sleep 4 hours a day, so I don't have the bandwidth to do that.
Okay, if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of everybody else.
That is true. That is true. Yes.
Yeah, speaking to
You
the
need
choir,
boundaries on
Charlotte.
your time.
And as Poppy knows,
Get more sleep.
Poppy knows I just had heart surgery too, so I need to kind of take it easy a little bit.
Oh my gosh,
That
Kelly.
should be a little clue for you.
Oh my gosh, we're laughing about it. That's horrible.
We're laughing because we're like appalled. Like, you have to take care of yourself, Kelly.
I know.
Facebook can do that to you.
Dogs like Callie need you to be here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So Kelly had a autoimmune disorder that is technically incurable, and she's in total remission.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a really rare autoimmune. It's called masticatory muscle myositis.
I've heard of that. Yep.
Yeah, it's so rare that most veterinarians haven't even seen it in practice. And the treatment for it is horrendous. A lot of dogs do recover from it, but a lot don't. So
Right.
it's
Now,
really difficult.
I know you're looking for a dog, you said a homeopathic doctor near Nashville, but have you thought about doing the online ones? Because
You
like
can do
Dr.
online consultations, Charlene.
Dr. Dim does it, Dr. Bug on my site, they all do online consults, and you would just get your blood work done at the doctor's office, and then they would meet with you and go through everything, and if they need to order more stuff, they will.
Yeah. I mean, I know
Dr.
that's an
Katie.
option, but I'm just old school. I like to go in and see somebody in front of my face and talk to them and have them put their hands on her and check her over, and I mean, it's like, online
I get it.
consultation's great for some things, but at some point you need a hands-on exam as well. So
I get it. Yeah.
yeah.
Right on. Charlene, I might be in your neighborhood.
Yay. You can come put your hands on Callie. And
So I'm putting feelers out there. If anybody
there.
wants to meet up in Nashville or Kentucky.
I'll meet you
or-
there. I love Nashville.
Do you love Nashville?
I go all the time.
For real? You should let me know when you come.
Okay, I'll have to. Yeah, because I love it there. We went twice this year. Anytime there's a hurricane, we go there because I live in Florida. So we go there. And then we went to CMA Fest.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, if next time you come, I'd love to meet up with you.
All right. Yeah.
Well, Kelly, you should have a professional meetup group.
Mm-hmm. That would be cool.
Yeah. I have a meeting with different people from my group when I travel and stuff, which is good. And then now, like, people have started asking me to come to their pet stores. But it's funny. They want me to come to their pet stores and kind of be available to talk to people. But they're like, if you see a product you don't like, please don't rip it to shreds.
Oh my
We'll
gosh.
just call it Kelly approved or Duncan
Yeah.
approved.
So
or
I just go, and
something.
if I see something I don't like, I just kind of put it down and don't say something.
You're just like not Duncan approved. Moving on.
Right.
How do you say that gracefully without offending or getting your tires slashed or something? Yeah.
Well, I'm not very graceful, so it's better just to put it down.
Yeah. Kelly, please take care of yourself. That's terrifying. And I know you've had some off again, on again health issues, which is another reason why I'm totally blown away by you, because you just don't care. So
Right.
yeah.
I do care, but I just feel like there's not many people that will fight for the pets, and I have the knowledge and I have the resources now to do so, and I have the contacts that can help me, so I just do it.
Right on. Anybody else have questions before we sign off today? Kelly, this was such a wealth of knowledge.
Jill's raising her hand and waving at you. Jill, just unmute.
Jill, just unmute because I can't see
Okay, I'm
you.
no longer on mute.
Hmm,
Kelly,
where-
I just wanted to say it's nice to finally meet you. I
Well, it's
own
nice.
Katie's Pet Products, which you've probably heard of, and Katie's Bumpers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So my focus is all on holistic supplements. We're a distributor, blah, blah, blah. So
Oh,
anyway,
terrific.
just want to, I've been doing it for a long time. Like I've been in business for 24 years. Just wanted to say hi. So I have a booth at HVMA every year. And Charlene, or how far are you from Chattanooga?
It's about between an hour and a half and 2 hours. Yeah.
Well, there's a very good there's PJ brought, well, no, she's in Arkansas, never mind.
Oh, I love her.
But Chai, do you know Chai Animal Hospital in Chattanooga?
No.
I'll you and I are connected on Facebook, so I can get you their information and it might be worthwhile. They're very good and very knowledgeable, and obviously they're a holistic practice.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be willing
HVMA.
to drive to Chattanooga. I love
I mean,
Chattanooga.
must be some good food there.
Yeah, there is.
Chattanooga is great.
Yeah. They have one of the best Mexican restaurants. Like I'm from Southern California and I know what real Mexican food's supposed to be like. We
Yeah.
don't have that in Nashville. So
Well,
there's
so
a place
I'll,
in Chattanooga that does.
maybe tomorrow I can get the contact information for you and send it and Facebook you.
That would be awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, because if you're looking, I mean, there are holistic vets all over the country, but not in every state that are
Right.
like within reason. I mean, Tennessee is 8 hours across. It's
Yeah.
a really big ass state.
Yeah.
2 time zones, right?
Mhm.
Right. That's super confusing. I've gotten jacked up on the time zone split.
Yeah.
I've like booked appointments and then shown
Mhm.
up like
Memphis
later.
is central and
Mhm.
yeah, go
Yeah.
further east and it's Eastern.
Oh my
But yeah, I just wanted to say hi and introduce myself. That was all.
Well, it's
Jill.
nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
And any other comments, you guys, before we let Kelly go rest after all of this? People are
I'm crazy. I'm crazy in a good way, right, Poppy?
Oh, you're awesome.
You
Like
know
I
me a
said,
while
I'm
now.
super happy we're friends.
Causing good trouble.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Trouble.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That was wonderful.
Thank
Kelly?
you. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, it's Julie. Finally up in New
Julie
Jersey.
Jacobs. Kelly.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
Hey, how are you? Jill is a really good friend of mine. She has an awesome company with awesome products. I started to hear her talking a little bit. I was on Facebook.
Okay. Julie knows I'm crazy, right, Julie?
No, not you.
Oh my gosh, it's two crazy women.
Well, yeah, like you're not.
I'm just,
I'm
I'm here for it.
I just got landed in Jersey. I have been in like everywhere in the last like 4 days. It's crazy.
Well, one day we might have an East Coast meetup. You guys, maybe we can get Kelly on a speaking tour. So maybe I think there's this big hurricane in Jamaica right now, Kelly. So are you
Yeah.
going to go to Nashville soon?
Well, it's funny because it was just raining really bad here. I thought, oh no, I'm going to lose my internet connection. But I didn't lose it. But it's not going to hit Florida. Other than it's going to hit Central Florida some, but we're not supposed to get really bad. But when we do have like our other hurricanes, we always go to Nashville when we escape. So that's been good. So if I lost my house to Hurricane Ian, so if I lose my house again, then we're going to move. We'll probably move to Tennessee.
Wow.
Yeah, but
That's
it's not supposed
shocking.
to hit us in Florida, is it?
Pardon me?
It's not supposed to hit us in Florida,
It's
is
supposed
it?
to go towards the Bahamas.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Julie, are you in Florida? Or are you gone now?
No, I'm in Jersey right now. I just got up
Because it's
here.
raining cats and dogs up by where you're at. Like
Wonderful.
excessive flooding.
Excessive
Yeah, well,
flooding
actually,
at
when
your
it
house,
floods-
Julie, by the way.
No,
I
it
think-
doesn't. Usually, it doesn't flood by me. Thank God.
I think it's
It's
more
like
up by the
all
village.
around me, but not near me.
I think it's up by the villages.
Yeah,
You have a
I'm
good-
nowhere near the villages.
Okay, that's good.
Sorry, I'm
Callie's
setting up a
raising her
fire
hand.
thing.
What, Shirley?
Callie keeps raising her hand. She wants me to ask a question.
Yes.
What?
So Kelly, with what you've been doing with the dog food industry and all that, do you know, is there anyone doing kind of something similar about the vaccine? About the vaccine industry, like, just the requirements. Is there any way, like, I would even love to be involved in like going towards, I don't know who sets the parameters for us having to do all these insane amounts of vaccines for the dogs. And like Callie's been titered her whole life and she's always still has protective measures, and so have all my other dogs. And
Yeah.
it's just like, is there any way that we
think
can get involved to do something about it?
I think Dr.
Dr.
Marco Roman is trying to do stuff with rabies titers.
Okay.
Yeah, and Dr. Jean Dodds and Dr. Lori Koger have been very outspoken. I'm not sure how far it's going, but I know they've been kind of leading the charge. But then they get poo-pooed by the traditional vets and by the American Vet Association saying, oh, you know what, you guys are crazy, you're in a bed bug, and Dr. Roman's got legal action against her now. And
Oh, no.
Is there a
It's a
Facebook
nightmare.
page for that, like what you've done with the food, or like how do we get information for how that's progressing?
I don't know if they have how it's progressing, but like the Healthy Dog Workshop, which is Dr. Lori Koger,
Okay.
she has a lot of information out there about titer testing and why you shouldn't, like if your vet says, oh no, your titer test immunity is just low, you probably should go ahead and get another vaccine. Her advice is, and so are a lot of the other vets, no, if you have some immunity, you don't need it. Even if you have low immunity, you don't need it. And so I'm not sure if she's got what they're doing behind the scenes on there or not. You'd have to reach out to them to find out.
Okay.
That's not a hill I'm willing to take on right now because I got enough problems in my
Yeah.
my-
Yeah.
Yeah, and Charlene, I do have that petition out if
Andy.
you haven't signed that. So I have a vaccination that I made with Dr. Margot Roman, a vaccination petition to reassess it individually and to change the dosing on weight.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to
Right.
see something get changed in the law, like at the top level, like, national
that-
laws.
That
You know what
petition-
though? I hate to say it, it's not gonna happen though. I don't think it'll
Right.
happen because
I was just going to say that.
those are done by pharmaceutical companies and
Right.
the Congress people all get money from the pharmaceutical companies. So it's a
Right.
self-fulfilling
That's what
prophecy.
You're
sucks.
fighting the big industries that are making
Yeah.
money off of it. So
So we have to get
gonna
Aaron
take a long
Brockovich.
it may be that if things change with people and the vaccinations, that maybe there may be changes with the animals, but I mean, we have yet to see whether or not they're going to be lasting vaccine
Sure.
changes with people. It could very well blow up in our faces as soon as, this group leaves the White
Right.
House.
And
These
then
people angry.
Dr. Josie Bug is leading the charge for Librella and
Yeah.
Silencia. So if you need something though, you go to advocare.com and then
Okay.
she has a zillion amount of data on there and questionnaires that she wants you to fill out to
and
fight
a
it and stuff like that.
petition. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she's a-
also has an active petition for
She's
that, you
amazing.
guys. We should just get all those active petitions together.
Yeah.
Alice on Facebook is saying low indicates no exposure, but I've always heard that low titer still is a good titer.
So what's
Yeah.
frustrating though is like I hear a lot of you guys explaining that, but on the test results, it specifically says it has like a number, a range, and if you're under that level, then it means that you're not protective anymore. And Callie's last ones were right under that. So the legal paperwork, like I can't show anything just to prove that she still has something showing up because it specifically says if she's under this number, she's not protected.
That's because that's because they can't measure the other cells. The only cells they can measure are the T cells that are
Right.
implanted, but there are memory cells that actually carry more than
That's
that.
right.
But they can't measure them, so they're never going to acknowledge them.
Okay.
Thank
Right.
you, Janice.
So how do we
Memory
get
cells.
around the legal parameters? Like I don't have paperwork to show that she's protected. They will argue with me and say this says she's
Right.
not protected. She needs to have a vaccine.
No sods.
Right.
You give the no sod.
And then if I do
Well, the
that and I
the no-sode is
retiter
not
her,
going to help them with the no-sode isn't going to help them with the vet or with the law. So
right, that's
Oh,
what I'm asking.
this is what I tell everybody when in my practice is, you have to make a decision because your dog is going to pay for your decision and you need to think about it very carefully. What I would say to most people is to get the initial rabies vaccines and then to follow with titers. If you're not willing to do that, then you're taking a chance with your dog's life.
Right.
Right.
If something
So
happens, Go ahead.
Charlene, what I would do is I would find a vet, like a holistic vet
Yeah.
that won't pressure you to do that.
Yeah.
If you can. And then also go to that my titer page on my website and then read the articles from Dr. Koger. I think it's called Titer Testing Part 1 of the Titer Testing Part 2. And she does a really great job explaining it.
Okay.
And
If
Kelly.
you give no sods and then retiter, will the numbers show an increase? It won't. Okay.
Oh.
Thankfully, Callie is protected because of her autoimmune disease, and our vet gives us a documentation on letterhead that says she's not able to
exemption.
do vaccinations. Yeah, she's exempted because of her disease. But I'm just thinking through other pets, like how do you get around that when you don't have any kind of legal form to show, and then they want to enforce the law that they have to have a vaccine,
Charlene, that's such a great point, is exemption. You guys, if you don't have a healthy pet, on the bottle of every vaccine says only indicated for healthy pets. So all
Mhm.
your pets are exempted
Yeah.
at that point. If you have any sort of precursor to something, your pet is technically not healthy enough for vaccine.
Yeah, that's easy to say, but in my area, so I live in Massachusetts, which is big pharma area.
Mhm.
And you will not, the vets around here are refusing to accept people who won't.
Yeah. It's hard to find a vet that is willing to give an exemption. And some places don't even care if your vet says you're exempted.
Right.
They still require, like the county, if I was to go to the county, they would not accept that and they
Right.
would make me get, I can't have her licensed. And so if we get caught or something happens, like, and I can't travel, like I have to be careful how I travel with her.
Mhm.
But
So my
usually they don't-
my theory is rejections protected. So if you go to a vet and they reject you because of lack of vaccines, you're like, I'm great with that. Like, good, I'm good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And then minimally, if you do feel like you have to cave in and you have to do it, then like go to my webpage and it's called Vaccination Detox and
Mhm.
look it up and then
Yeah.
do a detox.
I
You
saw
start
that.
the detox before and you do it throughout and then you do it
Mhm.
afterwards.
Mhm.
So, but
Yeah.
people don't plan ahead and they don't think of it. And then all of a sudden they come to me like 3 weeks later, oh, now what do I do? Well, you know what? Probably should have looked at the,
Yeah.
listen to what I told you a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
right, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And often people don't read anything until they're in trouble.
Yep.
Right.
Right.
So
It's funny.
it's-
I put out a post every week now, and you guys, some of you who've been in my group might have seen it. It says, I recommend everybody get activated charcoal because you never know when you're going to need it in case there's an emergency.
I
I
carry
love-
it with me everywhere for Callie because she's the dog that gets into everything. So yeah,
and
I
you know,
carry it
Kelly,
with
I
me.
even use it topically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
to,
I put
if they step in poison, if they get exposed to anything, you can rub it on them.
So I put it out there every week, right? You sometimes multiple times, and it's also on my website. So a lady comes on my group the other day and says that her dog got into something and ate something and was really, really sick. And what should she do? And she said, I went to the vet, but they're really, really sick. And they gave me activated charcoal and my vet bill was $3,500. And she's like, what should I have done? I'm like, well,
Activated charcoal.
you've been in my group for 2 years now, and I've been posting it every week. And I don't know how else I can tell you. I say everybody should buy it and have it on hand.
I preach that too. I don't preach it every week like you do, but I am a big lover of activated charcoal. And gosh, it's just good all the way around.
Can I
Yeah.
ask a question?
Yes.
Mhm.
What do you think of this product, this Ready Rescue activated? I know with the light, it's hard to see. It's activated charcoal. It's fairly new on the market.
I haven't
Right.
heard of it before. If it's activated charcoal, it should be okay, I would think.
It's pretty, I'm considering bringing it on. I'm a distributor, right? So I have 1,000 stores and vets who we sell to
Mhm.
around the country, and it's straight activated charcoal. But the problem that I have with it is you need a lot. Like if you've got a
The
giant
volume.
breed dog, sorry, it's called Ready Rescue. If you've got a giant breed dog, the tubes, you need 5 tubes for a Newfie or a Wolfhound or a,
Right.
it's like, I'm like, how the fuck do you get that in a dog? Right? I mean,
Right.
he's
It
like,
doesn't
put
taste
it in
like
yogurt.
anything. It doesn't taste like anything.
But
I
you
mean,
still have to, but if they've eaten, okay, so
I just open capsules. I buy it in bulk powder and I do mix it in yogurt so they don't aspirate or something that's going to take that
Or
powder.
syringe it into their mouth if you have to.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna sell it.
Right. But it does look like a massive amount of volume when a couple of capsules cover almost a football field worth of
Can you send me
absorption.
whatever you use? Can you send
Yeah.
me a link to that?
What do you use, Kelly? I use Star West.
Well, I don't use anything because, but I could
You
tell you
don't
the
have a
brands
dog.
let me look. I could tell you the brands that I have. I have to look them up.
So Jill, I use Star West and I use coconut-based charcoal. You have a wood-based charcoal or a coconut-based charcoal, and I always go to the coconut-based charcoal.
Star
And I have-
West.
Star West sells it in 4-ounce pouches or 1-pound pouches.
And I do have it at home for myself and my husband too, because obviously it's good for humans as well. Okay,
Right.
so let me look here.
It really cleans well. If you guys want to clean like your sinks and stuff in activated charcoal,
it's also a very, very messy.
it's very,
it
very
expire?
messy.
It's tiny little pellets.
Does
Does it expire?
no.
Hang on.
No,
Let me
I
look at
don't
the
think it does.
packaging. I'd have to open it to look, but I can open it. Hang on.
Oh,
It's
regular
charcoal.
activated
It's
charcoal.
charcoal. It's just
It's just,
charcoal.
I'm sure it doesn't, but you want me to open the package and look?
No, I don't
No.
care what your package says because that's going to be based on like them selling. So I just want to know, what does the product itself?
Oh, it
Just the-
says, hold on, it says expiration date 8/28.
But the expiration dates on there are for the FDA, and they're not really whether or not it expires. Homeopathic remedies have expiration dates too.
They
but
have no expiration date. I know. I work with a ton of homeopathic vets. I understand that. But I mean, like you said, they have to have something on the box, on the
Right.
package to
Right,
make it approved.
right.
Right.
But if you think about it, it's just burnt wood or burnt coconut. It's not, there's nothing to deteriorate really.
Right.
It's
I understand
just
that.
carbon.
Yeah.
So if I go get a coconut and put it in the bonfire and burn it, I can make charcoal.
Make
It'll
your
be
own.
Charlene, it'll be too late. You
Oh,
need it
okay.
when you need
Okay.
it, you need it now.
If you can get the fire started and if you can maintain it.
Then you'll have your first aid for your dog that's
Yeah.
suffering from something. You're like, hurry.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, I
Phil,
may do it ahead of
Phil,
time,
that is
guys.
hilarious. I like
What?
quirky
What?
humor. Oh my gosh.
What?
So
I don't
Poppy,
mean do it when I need it. I mean, when I have a bonfire, if I throw a coconut in there, I could do it ahead of time.
Yeah.
So Poppy, the ones I recommend are, and again, I went on Amazon and I looked some up because I figured people are going to need something quickly. And if they need something that, so I did Fetch a Pet, activated charcoal. And then let me look at the other one. I did, it's a powder. I know Duncan would never do a powder though, but this one's called, it's from the Vet Doc store and it's called activated charcoal for all kinds of pets and livestock, dogs, cats, chicken, horses, you name it. So there's also that one too, but I did one that's a gel and then one that's a powder, but I know Duncan, if I put a powder on anything, there's not a chance he's doing it.
Yeah.
Well,
So
the other
all
thing is
powders, all
if-
powders have to be saturated with something because the fineness they can aspirate. So
Right.
yeah, you can make your own gel, you guys, with the little like
Yeah, so
glycerin.
these are like little itsy bitsy teeny weeny pellets.
I wonder if it's a homeopathic like CarboVeg.
I don't know.
Is it
Hmm.
actually activated charcoal or CarboVeg?
Yeah. It's, let's see. Ingredients were
Or random?
I met this guy a couple of years ago at Super Zoo. He's smart, he knows what he's doing, blah blah blah, but blah blah blah, right? I mean, I deal with holistic vets all across the country. I just, I don't know. It doesn't say. It says activated carbon spheres. That's what it
I
says.
don't know. I think it's easier just to buy activated charcoal.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
I think we should burn coconuts.
I like that idea.
Charlene, we're coming to your house in Nashville and we're all going to burn coconuts and take it home with us.
We're
Great
gonna
idea.
make a coconut bonfire.
Coconut
Come on, let's
bonfires.
go.
So when I was at
Yeah.
my vet last, I bought a jar. I think it was RX vitamins, but it might be standard process of charcoal. I think it was RX
probably
vitamins.
RX.
Activated
probably RX.
standard process does not have a program for me.
Yeah.
Well, and what I would say to everybody is, activated charcoal doesn't need to be pet specific.
No,
Right.
it's just
It's
Right.
for all the time.
it's
So
general.
sometimes you're paying more if you're paying for something that has a pet label on it. So you can
Janice,
local
it's
CVS.
marketing.
Yeah,
It's
and
got
yeah,
to be on the shelf.
yeah, just go to your local CVS and look and see, and most of them will say pure activated charcoal.
Mhm.
If
Now
they don't say
brand
that,
or
then don't buy it.
Jarrow.
But it's
Yeah.
usually it's really pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
You could
my,
go to
my
Sprout.
my problem is I need to find a new transfer factor product
Mm.
Jill, let's talk.
because my mushroom company has decided to discontinue their transfer factor.
Wow. Kelly, do you have a colostrum source?
A colostrum?
Yeah.
I would use Adored Beast.
Yeah.
They have a
or-
colostrum?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's okay.
And they also have a four-leaf rover.
Okay.
And I won't do business with her.
You won't? Okay.
A lot of people
Well,
are
my business is very different. I'm selling to vets and to stores and to consumers. So I need to be able to buy in bulk into my warehouse to be able to sell it to you, Janice, at your clinic.
Yeah.
Not,
Okay.
you know, it's not for me. It's not my personal use. It's for the end user and the stores and the vets.
That makes sense.
Right.
So, and I've been, Nature Aid has one. I've been talking with them. So anyway,
Yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of uh,
crap.
fake colostrum out
Yeah, there's
there.
a lot of crap out there. I know.
Yeah.
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 Right.
Well,
I mean,
when
I
first
deal
heard-
with Janice. Do you know Joe Raymaker?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you would love him. He's an old time vet. He owns all of the patents for transfer factor across the world. He's one of those totally underspoken, brilliant guys. And so, but I can't get him to make a transfer factor just plain for me because it's, you know, because it's not his thing.
Jessica might have a source. Jessica Lynn. Yeah.
I don't know her.
She sells horse products as Earth Song Ranch. Yeah. Okay, you guys, we're networking like crazy today. That's awesome.
That was fun though.
It is fun. I think that's how brilliance happens, by brainstorming collectively. And
Yeah.
Kelly, you are an icon for our
Mhm.
animals and for the pet parent. And thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thanks
The
for all
pleasure's
your
all ours.
ideas.
You're welcome. Yeah. And then just
Yeah.
let me know how I can help. And then Poppy, you and I will obviously be in contact. And I may have to have you update that one graphic you did for me in a while. I'll let you know.
Okay. Yeah, I love graphics. It's
Yeah.
it's a
You know,
side
you know which
gig
one
for
I'm
me.
talking about, the manufacturer one.
Yeah, so you guys, I have a graphic of who made your pet food and how much money they're making off your pet food. And every year I've updated it for Kelly. It's billions and billions of dollars going to like 6 major pet food companies. So
I get asked for that graphic all the time.
yay!
Yeah. So it's
Made
very
me
useful.
viral.
Yeah. So I don't think there's too many updates yet, but I'm gonna work with Susan and try to figure out what needs to be changed and stuff. And if there are, I'll let you know.
Yeah, and I would love to have Lori Koger on my platform. Every time I've reached out to her, she's like, I'm too busy. So
And
I
don't the pharmaceutical companies own the food companies? Is that true? I heard that. Or is it the other way around? The food companies
so the
own...
candy bar companies own the
Everything.
everything. So Mars and Nestle are the 2 top pet producers plus veterinarian owners. And
then
so,
BlackRock owns most of them.
yes. And
And the
so
what?
all roads lead to BlackRock.
BlackRock.
What's
pretty much.
BlackRock?
Investment
Black-
company.
Yeah.
It's-
Big
Uh,
bucks,
okay.
big money.
they probably tried to own the US.
So that
Right.
was the problem last year when I was going after all the big pet food companies was
Okay.
people were worried about my safety because they said, you know, these
Mhm.
companies have very deep pockets and
Yeah.
you're impacting their revenue.
That
Oh,
would be
did you guys
scary.
see that the other day? Susan Thixton published that article that Purina's revenue went down $550 million.
Yay!
Life is good.
That's
awesome.
amazing. Yeah, then you guys, that's where I was like, Kelly, I don't know if I can hang with your group because if you're getting like threats and stuff, I can't hang. My bulldog's not going to protect me in that case.
Is BlackRock who's buying up all the vet clinics?
Yeah.
Well, Mars, who is owned by BlackRock, and Nestle, who is owned by
Right.
They're
BlackRock.
buying the vet clinics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
telling
they own-
everybody they have to buy their food.
Yeah. So
Right.
they own VCAs and Banfields. And then there's another one out there, you guys, Pearl. What else? There's
Yeah, Pearl's over here. yeah.
Banfield.
Banfield and
Mhm.
like Petco's, all those Petco's.
We've even been having a lot of local clinics get sold out to corporations. So I'm wondering if that's behind it as well.
They're
It is.
aging out. People
Mhm.
are aging out. They're tired. They're right,
Mhm.
Janice? Tired,
Oh, and it
exhausted.
takes so much to maintain a practice.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, a lot of what they do to maintain their practices is to give out the vaccines and sell the
Right.
products and things like that. And the pharmaceutical companies and the industries encourage them to do it, so they get caught in this web,
Mhm.
keeping their prices up there so they can get that. And that's not, you know, we need to go back to the old ways of, you know, just having the vet be the vet and
Mhm.
And the suicide rate with vets is terrible right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right.
It's true.
And if you guys haven't seen Carrie Hines play, I believe it's Dog Eat Dog. Is
Mhm.
that right?
Yeah.
It deals with that.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's an amazing play and it's on tour. I think it was in Chicago. So if you
Well,
guys
anybody who's willing to see an online vet, all of my vets are independent vets. They're not affiliated in any way with a big
Very
corporate
cool.
conglomerate.
if they're
all
holistic,
the-
yeah, if they're holistic, they're never gonna get owned by anything corporate. You know, it was so sad when Mars bought Nom Nom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have, all the vets I deal with are independent, holistic vets. That's all
Love
those are the only vets I sell to. I don't sell to box vets
Yeah.
ever. They don't get what I do.
Yeah, right. Well, they
know.
do, but you're not making any money for them, so they don't care what you do.
True.
You know?
True.
You're not their bitch.
Yeah,
I'm not their bitch. That's right.
that's exactly
We can
right.
say that on a dog podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you. That I am not their bitch.
Okay, you
That's funny.
guys.
Well, Kelly, it is 10 o'clock and you probably want to pass out.
Yeah. Tired.
Yeah.
Got a dentist appointment tomorrow. So
Well,
Good.
good luck with that.
Your
Yeah.
heart and your teeth go hand in hand. Good job, Kelly.
Yeah,
Ozone.
thank you.
Use ozone.
And Poppy, I may need to talk about some homeopathic stuff, so I'll reach out to you when it's time.
Staphysagria.
Okay.
Staphysagria for your teeth, dental surgeries, and teeth recovery.
And
Well, not for
colloidal
that, for
silver.
something else. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
right.
and Janice is excellent too. So we're all together here.
We're all in this group, so don't hesitate.
Yay.
Okay.
How do we find you, Janice?
You can just go into the Facebook group and search me under there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
And
the
Lisa-
best way to get in touch with me is by messaging anyway. So
All right.
Lisa Marie is asking how to be in the membership. It's HAI membership.vip. You join through the portal, it drops you into the Facebook page and I let you in. I'm the only moderator here, not like Kelly. So I'm the only one handling this and it's not a lot of people. It's a free community, but you have to go in through a portal, we collect your email and hopefully I send you out like upcoming emails. We do have Peter DeBias next month as a guest, so we are
He's
super
awesome.
excited by that. We've had some stellar guests. We actually had Temple Grandin at one point, so had
He's
some-
awesome.
and we had Kelly Bone today. So
That's right. Not even a
Our-
vet.
well, girl, you fight harsh.
But I'm outspoken though. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Everybody should respect you, Kelly. Everybody should have a Kelly in their life.
And you
Yeah.
had me once too.
What
Pardon?
now, Julie?
You had me once too, and Candy just barked to agree.
Oh,
Aw.
you Floridians.
No,
Like
we're up
fluoride when you say that.
now. We're not Florida.
Yeah. You guys be careful if you're gonna hit some bad weather. Tell me and I'll meet you in Nashville.
Okay.
Okay.
Party in Nashville.
Woo woo.
That's right.
Take care,
All
guys.
right.
Have a
All
great
right.
week.
Bye,
Good night.
everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Kelly.